Microsoft and Xbox prepare its investors for some potential studio acquisitions, and Phil Spencer talks about the Halo Infinite delay. Let's talk about it, shall we? What is going on, everybody? It's Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Hope everyone's having a great day, and if you guys could do me a big favor, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and share this out on social media. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys for all the support. So in this video, we're going to be talking about two specific things. The first being how Microsoft and Xbox are potentially preparing their investors for more studio acquisitions this fiscal year, and why Phil Spencer and his team decided to delay Halo Infinite to 2021, even though they had considered potentially shipping it this year, but with missing parts. So in Microsoft's official annual report for the current fiscal year to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, Microsoft is sort of preparing its investors for potential studio acquisitions. In the gaming section, they say, "Our gaming platform is designed to provide a variety of entertainment through a unique combination of content, community, and cloud. Our exclusive game content is created through Xbox Game Studios, a collection of first-party studios creating iconic and differentiated gaming experiences. We continue to invest in new gaming studios and content to expand our IP roadmap and leverage new content creators. These unique gaming experiences are the cornerstone of Xbox Game Pass, a subscription service and gaming community with access to a curated library of over 100 first and third-party console and PC titles." Now, of course, like all my videos, when I'm sourcing something, it'll be in the description so you can read this for yourself. But the line you really got to pay attention to is where they say, "Continue to invest in new gaming studios and content to expand our IP roadmap and leverage new content creators." Now, that can mean a couple different things. The first being that since it's a new fiscal year and the budget has been allocated, Microsoft might see some potential acquisitions that it could now actually act on. Of course, the big one everybody talks about is WB Games. That would significantly expand their IP roadmap if they talked about and how they would leverage new content creators, and it would be an investment in new gaming studios. Microsoft is looking for new studios. Phil Spencer confirmed that a while back. They're always on the lookout for new potential studios for Xbox as long as they fit the criteria that Xbox is looking for. Now, I think this is a pretty good indication that Xbox will at least add one more studio this year, but of course, things like this are always ever changing. When you actually sit down with an independent studio and you're offering what you think is a fair price, and then they counter with something you think is way too expensive, maybe the talks break off. But I think Xbox has been in the talks with some studios lately, and potentially Xbox and those studios could come to an agreement sometime soon, and Microsoft could add them to Xbox Game Studios. Now, I do have to offer up a counter argument. When you read that line that says, "Continue to invest in new gaming studios and content to expand our IP roadmap and leverage new content creators," they literally could be talking about the new studios they bought a couple years ago in 2018 when they purchased Playground and Ninja Theory and Obsidian and In Exile. They are funneling money into those teams, hiring more people. So it could be a reference to that. Although when they use new gaming studios, I think of brand new ones that they haven't acquired yet, not ones they acquired 2 years ago. But maybe what Microsoft is referring to here in that statement is how they're investing in the new studios, and that requires a lot of money. We've seen Playground grow to 2 studios. We've seen Rare double their workforce. We know In Exile's growing. Potentially that could be what Microsoft is telling its investors, that they're going to continue to invest in their studios, or it could mean that Xbox is on the verge with some studios they are currently talking to and preparing those investors for some big acquisitions. Only time will tell on. So while I think it was great and much needed for Microsoft to invest in Xbox to allow them to acquire such great studios like Playground and Ninja Theory and Obsidian, and then give them the money needed to invest more in those studios so they can be better in the long run, and to stop relying on external developers like Crytek with Rise Son of Rome, or Insomniac with Sunset Overdrive, or Sumo Digital with Crackdown 3, and bring everything in-house where you can control it. I do think Xbox needs to buy more studios. Currently, there are 15 first-party studios, and I don't think that's enough for Xbox to reach 2 billion gamers like Phil Spencer wants. I don't think they have enough studios to be able to put games constantly into Game Pass for it to reach critical mass like they want. So I think it's imperative Xbox closes some of these deals that they're working on, because in my opinion, they at least need one more big AAA studio and a couple other mid-tier studios that you can invest in and grow to be AAA. But that's just one man's opinion. opinion. I would love to know what you think about it in the comments below. But we still have to talk about the big news of the week, which is Halo Infinite getting delayed to 2021. Head of Xbox Phil Spencer was a guest on Gary Whitta's Animal Crossing Twitch talk show, where he was asked a whole bunch of questions about the Halo Infinite delay. When did they decide to do it? Were the rumors true that they were planning on releasing Halo Infinite in parts? And this is what Phil had to say. Let me start just by recognizing the fans and the fact that that is a bummer. It is 100% a bummer, Phil. A lot of people were looking forward to getting a Series X this fall and playing Halo Infinite. I was one of them. I am incredibly disappointed I won't get to play the game this year, but I understand the reasons why, and it is for the betterment of Halo. He goes on to say that it is disappointing to people, it is disappointing to us. We were looking forward to the alignment of Halo Infinite and the Xbox Series X. In the end, I have to make the right decision. The strength of the Halo franchise, the health and ability of the team are things tracking toward the quality of where you want the game. Phil continued on to admit that he and his team, including 343's Bonnie Ross and Xbox Game Studios' Matt Booty, deliberated upon breaking Infinite into sections and releasing individual sections at different dates, though this was ultimately abandoned. Quote, "It just didn't feel to all of us like the Halo release that we would want." I 100% agree with you, because a piecemeal Halo Infinite release, whether it's the campaign without the multiplayer or the multiplayer without the campaign, would not be what the fans of the franchise would want either. So thank you for delaying that game and giving the time to the people to actually get a complete product. Imagine that in this day and age. A complete product that's going to have a fully fleshed out campaign with the beginning, middle, and end, as well as all the multiplayer modes and maps that you would come to expect from Halo, as well as the Forge mode, not to mention all the cool things that you can throw into the Xbox Series X version of Halo Infinite, like ray tracing. Have that all come together at a single point in time in 2021, instead of launching the game this holiday with the bare bones campaign and no multiplayer, or bare bones multiplayer and no campaign. It would have been an absolute disaster. Phil went on to say that his leadership team discussed what could be done late last week, and that all up, the actual final decision-making process took around 24 hours, at which point an announcement was then made to the public. Quote, "I'll apologize to the fans because I never like to set up expectations and then not hit them. But I also believe we're making the right decision in the long run for both Xbox and Halo and our customers." Now, I 100% agree with Phil that it was the right decision, that this is both good for Halo, and what's good for Halo is good for Xbox. But man, not having Halo Infinite as a launch title for Series X is an absolutely huge blow to the system. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Microsoft will make any acquisitions this fiscal year, and who could they potentially acquire? What do you think about Phil's comments regarding the delay of Halo Infinite? Would you have been in favor of them releasing the campaign this holiday and the multiplayer sometime next year? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, share this out on social media, or tell a friend about the channel. Hit the notification bell if you always want to be notified right away whenever I drop a new video. If you want to take your support even further, you can hit the join button, where you will get access to channel badges and emotes for the Xbox 2 podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you that spent time on your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.